It was a brat summer event. I mean, that Last Supper, ick, boop, bop. I mean, I was so... This is France. This is the home of some of, if not the world's greatest culture, cuisine, art, literature.
On one of the most famous venues in the world, the opening ceremony of the Paris 2024 Olympics was supposed to be a magnificent celebration of culture, sport, and unity, a unique mix of legacy and modernism on one platform. But the event soon turned into a hot topic for discussion on artistic expression and cultural sensitivity, and it helped to generate a mixed bag of ideas that were shared all around.
Hey, you know, where did they get the imbeciles that came up with this desecration of Christianity, of Leonardo da Vinci, of so much beauty and so much that's sacred, and turn it into that disgusting vomitory scene? I mean, I had to get some Silabang to clean my television screen. I made so much sick all over it. I mean, I came here from France. I'm bilingual. When I'm in Paris, where my daughter lives, I'm French, you know. I just couldn't believe. I don't know what French people must be feeling today watching that. It's from the planet. It's from the second furthest planet, the one just before Neptune. I'll let our viewers figure that one out.
Among the chorus of voices, eminent geopolitical expert Roger Gewolb stood out as a sharp critic who started conversations and raised awareness of what many thought to be the objectionable aspects of the ceremony. Audiences shocked by a particular aspect of the incident found resonance in Gewolb's passionate reaction posted on the Talk TV YouTube channel. Designed as a joyful celebration of diversity, Gewolb and others saw this section as a crass parody of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. Gewolb's response was visceral as drag performers and dancers reenacted scenes that recalled a revered holy event. Emotionally charged and disappointed, he said, "It made me sick. It made me violently ill."
Nice.
And the International Olympic Committee members sitting in their, as always, lavish hotel suites, ordering lobster for their chauffeurs and champagne for their mistresses and all the rest of the disgusting expense that they cause. I mean, do you know they spent, what was it, $40 million to build in 2012 that stand here, which they tore down because it was too far to drive about 25 miles. They spent I mean, it's obscene. And that these people would allow that to happen and think that that was entertaining. I mean, it made me sick. It made me violently ill. If I didn't have a new television, which I'm still paying off, I would have taken a chair and I would have swung it and broken the damn thing. I want to get on the Eurostar, except I can't because of the arsonists, and go to France and find the person who did that.
Gewolb's criticism focused on the conviction that the ceremony deviated from the essential values of the Olympic spirit, therefore neglecting a great chance to unite rather than separate. For Gewolb and many others who felt the same way, the performance denigrated viewers' religious and cultural values everywhere. They claimed that the event seemed to favor the avant-garde ideas of a small group above respectfully accepting inclusiveness. Being closely entwined with France's culture, Gewolb had hoped for a portrayal that would reflect the country's pride in its art, dancing, and cuisine, therefore highlighting its rich legacy.
We're joking, but we could have a mock guillotine in the Bastille.
I would be frontline tricoteurs doing my knitting with glee, watching that man have vegetables lobbed at him.
It was horrible. I mean, I have never seen anything on television so disgusting.
After the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
Right, you forgot that one, didn't you? It was pretty awful. And you know, like I said, I think the person who wins out of the lot of this is Putin, because what Putin's very good at doing is making chums in ultra-conservative countries who largely don't like democracy in our regime.
He sat there saying, "Ya's a brat summer."
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's...
The Paris 2024 Organizing Committee was caught in a whirl of criticism among these conflicting pressures. Apologizing quickly, they sought to allay the worries expressed by Gewolb and others from religious groups, including the French Catholic Church. The the spokesperson for the committee, and Descamps underlined their intention to honor cultural diversity and underlined there was no deliberate attempt to upset any religious group. The artistic director of the event, Thomas Jolly, justified his creative vision by saying that the objective was to depict the rich fabric of Parisian life, a city known for its historic variety and vitality. Notwithstanding these barriers, the organizers found it quite difficult to rewrite the story following the occurrence. Gewolb's comments struck a chord and prepared more general discussions on the fine line between artistic independence and cultural reverence. The creative approach taken in the opening ceremony broke with custom, aiming to democratize the experience. Staged along the Seine River rather than a stadium, it let hundreds of thousands participate for free, aiming to represent Paris's architectural splendor and cultural appeal. The decision to stray from a conventional indoor layout was audacious. Sadly, difficulties surfaced as rain fell on the event, drenching both artists and attendees. The weather turned the scene from a scheduled celebration into a damp and difficult event, aggravating logistical problems with sound and lighting, therefore further reducing the audience's experience.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I had to buy a bottle of Sillet Bang to get the vomit off my telly screen. I mean, I just can't believe what kind of sick people.
Yeah.
I came here from France. I'm bilingual. When I'm in France, I'm French. I can't believe the French people could.
Gewolb's criticism was motivated not only by the tableau's substance, but also by his sense of squandered possibilities for organizing such an event in Paris, the birthplace of some of the most beloved cultural traditions. For Gewolb, the occasion should have embodied Olympic ideals, a respectful homage to the nation's contributions to the global cultural scene, appreciated for its artistic, gastronomic, and literary excellence. The reaction highlighted criticisms from other conservative sources, as Gewolb's video acquired popularity and global recognition. Renowned social media personalities reflected his annoyance and highlighted more general dissatisfaction with the supposed message of the event. Joining in to decry the spoof as yet another example of alleged cultural insensitivity were religious adherents and cultural conservative organizations. This debate arose when drag artists like Nikki Doll increased public awareness of this movement, as drag culture was seeing a strong comeback in France. However, the choice to highlight such subjects in the Olympic setting was divisive and raised issues about propriety in a globally watched major athletic event. In his thoughts, Gewolb envisioned a celebration where the Olympic spirit might be emphasized by polite appreciation of France's great cultural past, therefore combining invention with tradition. His idea was one in which the pride and resonating cultural icons, the majesty of the French Revolution, was shown without straying into provocations that may offend portions of the Olympic audience.
Of course, it was so sick. In the country where culture and literature and arts and food
Roger,
and style is supposed to be the pinnacle of the world.
So much to celebrate about France. Where were the baguettes? Where was the red wine? Where was the class and the style and the Parisian
garlic and the bicycles.
The Parisian flair? Like, where was the Frenchness of it all?
I couldn't believe that. And you know, the French usually, they put down speed bumps in the street and people don't like it, so they start blowing their horn at 3 a.m. every time they go over a speed bump. They do something to go out and burn tires in the street. Where were all the French people that normally would go and burn something like that down?
Yeah.
I mean, and nobody objected. It was unbelievable. I was flabbergasted.
The organizing team underlined the emphasis of the ceremony on inclusivity and unity while defending their aims among the flood of complaints. The story told by organizers underlined a dedication to presenting the world as a Paris that transcends conventional boundaries, to embrace and celebrate diversity, hence shining a beacon of progressive principles. But given the public awareness Gewolb had attracted, they had an array in changing public opinion. Reflecting the conflict between modern artistic expression and multicultural sensitivity, the ceremony became in many respects a microcosm of more general societal debates. Technical errors, Gewolb's criticism, and the rain highlighted the difficulties of the event, but they also emphasized how stories may change from conflict. Paris aimed to present a modernized image, bridging the gap between historical respect and modern inclusivity. And the conversation sparked by this opening ceremony acted as a reminder of the careful balance needed in worldwide events, guiding future events to find harmony between innovation and legacy. Paris's 2024 opening ceremony will ultimately be recognized for its ambition and the dialogues it spurred on cultural representation on the global scene.